Welcome to some Shadows of Doubt. Shadows of Doubt. So this is a very interesting detective game that I have just started playing quite recently. This is a reroll into a new world, so we are a hard-boiled detective in a dystopian 1970s cyber future punk kind of future. We start off with very little. We have $157 currently. I did decide to start with 300, but the decor in this room was even worse than it is now. It was hideous, and there were posters. We had to get rid of those, and put up a picture, and that cost me half my funds. But more importantly, and this is our apartment. Oh yeah, front door's locked. This is our apartment, bathroom, etc. So that's all very jolly. There is a murder we have to investigate. As I've just been told, a crime has been reported. So our goal at this point is to go to Cunningham House, to 501, and find out what exactly is going on. So let's do that. Let's leave the apartment. Always lock up behind you. And we can plot a route. So we know we're going to Cunningham House. So let's plot a route to the lobby, and we'll work the rest out from there. This is a new city for me, so I don't actually know the layout. I also took the precaution, because I easily get lost in this game, of creating a new case called me with my address in it, so I can find my way home, because these things are important. Right. So what have we got here? Rouge Cobra. Jam Shark. Jam Shark appears to be a diner. Rouge Cobra is also a diner. Oh, that's handy. And we've got a sync clinic, that's handy. This has rather Deus Ex-like elements to it. I think I actually need to just drop the volume slightly on this end. Yeah, that's slightly tricky, isn't it? Okay. Can I do that via game volume? Possibly? Let me just drop that to 70. I'm going to up that as a result. This is slightly tricky because I don't want to record twice. I do want to be able to, for you to be able to hear me, and I would like to be able to hear the game. Good evening. Yes, so Cunningham House, ground floor lobby, and we want 5th floor. May as well take the lift. Fifth floor, please. So this is a procedurally generated detective game. The entire city is procedurally generated, as are all the people. They go about their lives as one would expect, and you can stop and talk to them and so forth. And occasionally they kill each other, and it's our job as a grizzled PI to investigate. The volume's still on slightly on the high side, so I'm just going to drop that down a bit better. So we are at the crime scene. The police officer has wandered off, which is rather handy. The question will be whether he's going to detect us crossing the crime scene tape from there. Hopefully not. Nope. He's too far away. Right, let's get in and shut the front door to start with. So what do we have here? Fairly nice apartment, nicer than mine. I do love the voxel furniture. I think that's awesome. It's a voxelized armchair. She looks very comfy. Where is the body? What is going on here? Okay, so that's the bedroom. Did we walk past the body? Ah. The body is experiencing some physics issues, which is actually a first. Normally they're very stable. So what is going on here? Let's investigate the cadaver. Let's search the body. Okay. So, they were stabbed. Yep. Bladed weapon. 545 to... Okay, so it actually happened very recently. They were killed in the last couple of hours. Cool. Well, not for them, obviously. So let's also take a look. So we don't know who this person is. They're an unknown citizen. We don't currently have any fingerprints or anything useful. But we know they're a person of some sorts. Let's take their prints, because we're going to need to at least eliminate them from our inquiries. Okay, we still don't know who they are. What do we got here? This looks like a clue. Didn't have what it takes. Promote me, they must earn my respect. Okay, this is suggestive of the murderer being a colleague. I haven't had one of these before, but that will help narrow our search. Whilst we're here, do we want to check for prints? Let's start with... Actually, let's gather some more basic evidence first. So, okay. So we got a work ID, so we know who she is now. This is Miriam Bruce, who's an office manager at Cherry Technologies. And she's been ID'd here. We also have her prints, so that's good. We know she works at Cherry Technologies. Fine. Well, that's all I wanted. What I actually wanted to do is I just wanted to join her work ID up like that. That's all I wanted. Yeah, fine. Okay, so we got some ID. Let's also just generally case the joint. Videotape, not really going to be useful. A calligraphy set. Desk lamp, misc. Okay, let's see if she's got some files. Yes, she does. Let's have a look through here. So she is a pain sufferer, taking paxapaline. Not really much use to us. Yep, so if we didn't know already... Oh, it's between Jasmine and Miles. Okay, so she lives with somebody else. Okay, and there's Miriam Bruce. So Miriam worked for Cherry Tech. Her housemate... doesn't seem to work for anybody, so that might be a bug. But Miriam does, so that's fine. Shan Ren, she's also my landlord. I think she's everybody's landlord. That's her lease agreement. And, yeah. Okay, fine. Right. So that's useful. So we got some basics now. So, there's some money here, which nobody will be needing. And key to the place, which will be handy. Okay, we have a note saying that Miriam's passcode is the year she was born, which isn't on her work ID. Hopefully she has some additional files around here with a date of birth on it. Okay, that's her business card. Asthma inhaler. Cool. Oh. And Jazz's passcode is Miriam's year of birth. So that will make things easier because they're both using the same password. Not really very security conscious. So let's see if we got some ID lying around. We have Jasmine. Oh, she's unemployed. That's why. Oh, interesting. Okay. So she's unemployed from 9 to 5. But she goes out, keeps herself busy. That's why her contract is with nobody, I guess. It's a little bit unusual. Do we have any sort of wallet here or similar? It's not in the fridge. Ooh, fairy bread. I would kind of expect it to have found a wallet. I mean, we can keep searching. What do we have here? Starch can. Counter. Chef's knife. Utility knife. Okay, Miriam worked 9 to 5. Doesn't really help us. Spare change. Doesn't have a anything on the stove. Bathroom is a bathroom. Alright, let's grab her address book because that may prove useful. These are all her friends, people she knows. I don't think we'll need that in this case, but we might. In some cases you do. So, yeah, not turned up much in the way of ID. I'm going to search her again, unless there's something in the bedroom I missed. Oh, there is that. That's handy. Otherwise, there's a safe. Except we don't know the combination because it's Miriam's year of birth, which we're missing. So we might have to come back unless we can find some ID somewhere. It's interesting that's open. Let me just search her again. No. Right. There's her purse. Missed it. Okay. We'll borrow her money. We've got another key to the place. Yeah, and now we got 9D, so that's good. 1925. So, should now be able to pop the safe. Wow. Wow. So that's a mother load. There's a ton of sync discs here, which it would be really inappropriate of me to steal. I don't really want to leave my wrench behind. This is my wrench that I brought just in case. But I think we might leave that behind, because I'm going to take all of this. Oh. Because that's quite a haul. So, a la Deus Ex, these are mods we can install. And that is an exceptionally good haul for a first case. Right, so we think that Miriam was killed by a colleague. I mean, we can start making notes about this, really, if we want to. But, yeah, we know that she was stabbed. We know, yeah, that it's a bladed weapon, that she died quite recently. We're pretty convinced it's a colleague. Yeah, because they told us, really. We know that she works as office manager at Cherry Tech. So that's already plenty to go on. So we could actually go and investigate her work contacts at this point, but let's just scan for prints first, because I tend to find we get a long way in this game with fingerprints. So, what do we have? What is that? I've already got her prints. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. We've got type B fingerprints, so type A is probably Miriam. We have a type B fingerprint on the business card at the crime scene. So, type B is most likely our killer. And we got some size 4 footprints as well. And size 7. And size 9. I'm guessing that Miriam is fingerprint type A. Yes, she is. Okay, yeah. So that's Miriam's type A print. And we've got a fingerprint on the card, so we've actually got rather lucky here. We don't need to do that much extra legwork in terms of the print. Yeah, okay, so the killer also naturally touched the door. So we got a couple of prints for our killer. We've also got a type C, which is interesting. But I think that's probably Miriam's housemate. think we can assume her housemate hasn't been back and handled anything since. Okay. So, we know that the killer works with Miriam, and we know the prince. So that's a reasonable amount to go on for our investigation. Now we can keep searching around here, but I think we've found most things that we're going to. So the question of next steps. We can visit Miriam's office. We could actually speak to people there. We could see if they're willing to donate their prints. Some of them might be willing. Our killer probably won't. We can also, what I think we might do is go and grab the employee directory if we can from the company, and then if we can find City Hall, we should be able to get print information from that if they've got it on file. But yeah, okay, so in the short term we are done here. Let's leave. I'm just going to save this because exit is always a little bit interesting. Nothing to see here. Hello, officer. So, yes, I am moving along. Right. So, ground floor. So we're going to want to go to her office. What time is it now? 9:18. Actually, that's quite handy. So if we want to case the joint of the office, hopefully nobody much will be around. And we want to go to Cherry Tech. Endo Grove, apparently. Actually, I might stop by the Sync Clinic because it's right here. Let's get some orgs. Because we've lucked into that. And so we might as well use it. So, I think I would like punches, throwing power. Let's go for punching a lot. So we can become taller. Cool. Let's get a height upgrade. What's this? Oh, I see, yes. They've rearranged. Do we want a 10% discount on shop items? Or 10% more likely citizens will be obliging? I think I'd like to be charming rather than get good deals. And we also got a sync upgrade, so let's upgrade our charm. Okay, so citizens are now 20% more likely to actually share things with us. We're taller. And the world looks new and shiny. Right. So, let's depart. If we can find the exits. This game also simulates environmental conditions, so obviously it's snowing at the moment. It is cold. If we hang around outside, we will become cold. Once we've been awake for a while, you'll become hungry and thirsty. That affects your efficiency. It's very Deus Ex-like. You can sneak into buildings through air vents and whatever else, which we most likely will do here, unless we want to lockpick our way in through the front. Hello, officer. Could have taken the lift. But we may as well circle straight up the stairs. Aha. So, we want cherry tech. So it's 9:35 PM. So let's just look at the building layout. I can't see anything. Aha. Can now. Hang on, where are we? That's the wrong building. There we are. Right. So that's cherry tech. Oh, this is all cherry tech. Okay. So we're going to want a private room. That's probably going to be that one, I would guess. I'm guessing we're looking at kitchenette, bathrooms, storeroom, but I guess we'll find out. Now, of course, there may also be people here, and yeah, this is a Deus Ex-like future past, so security here is in this world is very high. They've got laser scanning systems, and you can see they've got gun turrets mounted in the corners. So yeah, we're going to need to be a little bit careful. And we can try. We don't really have that much money to bribe people with, so I think we might do a break-in, but then our lockpicking is not great. However, I did allow myself to start with a few lockpicks, so yeah, we got 21 picks. So I think we can afford to pick our way in here. Oh, the security camera saw us. Okay. So, if we were to get caught at this point, we have incurred a fine for illegal activity, and that camera is watching us. So that could have gone better. So, yeah, I think we might redo that. Some places are a lot easier to sneak around than others. Breaking into people's houses, unless they're the CEO of a company or similar, tends to be a lot less hazardous than breaking into offices. We might actually have to disable some cameras. Let's think about that. I mean, we can take out individual cameras if we can find the junction box. Like this, they have multiple levels of security. Right, yeah. That's the problem we have. Is they're actually watching our illegitimate activity from all possible angles. So it may be that it's just inadvisable. I mean, I can bypass individual cameras. It just takes more pics. Right. So this was a little bit inconvenient. Neat. is a lot of security on this building. Like, a lot. There's a nice vent there, but it's in view of that camera. And I don't really want to be quite so detected. There's a vent here that probably can take us where we want to go. Yes. Let's just do it while the camera isn't looking. So we want to be on the floor below. Ah, what's this? That's better. I'm going to save this. Where are we? Cherry Technologies. Okay, it was that easy. How we get out again is a valid question. See what's in the trash. Nothing. Now security is active here, so we are going to have to be a little bit careful. Also check the time. It's 11 PM, so we should be pretty safe. Now we're going to have to time this. I think we might have to disable that camera. Oh, actually, that would be such a handy place to be, but... Oh, actually... I mean, we could potentially get all the information we need here, in fact. So we know these are the employees of Cherry Technologies. So that's Dwayne Chin. Let's unpin his photo. There's a bunch of these. That's Bogdan. Miriam we don't need. Marketing executive with a very unusual head. What the hell happened to them? Jesus. What have we got over here? Callie Maxwell, the accountant. Beatrice, receptionist. Harris, company director. Hopefully he didn't do it. Oh, actually. Lucia. Lucia? Something of that order. So, that's really what we came here for. I wanted to know who works here. So, now if we want to be ambitious, we can start hunting around the building and see if we can find some actual evidence. We might be able to get what we need from City Hall at this point, because we do have their names. If City Hall don't mind me rifling through their computer systems, which they may or may not. security camera. It's on an awkward circuit. What are the odds of me being able to sprint this way? Not as bad as I thought. Camera noticed us, but only briefly. Now this is laser scanned. Given it's dark. So we've got somebody's desk here, but not with anything of interest in it. Buckshot ammunition. Ooh, sync disk upgrade. I'll steal that. Pistol ammunition. Yes, a little concerned that their head of HR is a little bit on the gun-toting side. Who's this? Okay, yeah, this is probably Miriam's desk. Nice. Starch candy. I don't think we're going to learn much else here, and I do think we're at some risk. I mean, if it weren't for the security, I'd quite like to see what's going on in the manager's office, if that was an option. This is a bathroom. Not the manager's office. It's interesting. Interesting. So is that actually the security room? I'm thinking, is that all the security room? Really? Because that's where the camera was. That's where our event came in. We came in, it was that door. It's just that is that door also secure? Or is that two rooms? Locked. But we have the key. Curiously enough. I'm not quite sure why we have the key, but we do. Ah, so this is the employee file room. Nice. Or is it? Yes. Do you have prints on your staff? Yes, you do. Wow. Okay. This might be the mother lode. So that's Bogdan. Harris. Type E. Dayan. Chin. Type B. Dayan Chin. Type B. Hold the phone. Yep, our fingerprints were type B. That's Dayan Chin. So we have our suspect. Well, we had our suspects. We now have the prime suspect. And I think it's fairly safe to say they did it. Grosso. Bruce. Okay. So that was useful. Right, now we just need to get out of here. So I think this is going to be a vent job. Let's get out of here. Let's go and search our suspect's place. That's handy. What a well-placed sign. Oh, okay. No, we don't want to be back down there. Well... any exit is actually pretty good now, as long as it doesn't lead into an office building that's filled with alarms. This do? I don't think so, because I think this is inside somebody's office. What the hell? Let's go down here. Just because it's such a ghastly shade of pink. Is this... what is this place? Wow. Wow. The decor is just incredible. Right, yep. So, our suspect is Daeun Chin. So we want to know where Daeun Chin lives. Hopefully, we have a home address? No, we don't. Okay, so we'll have to go look her up somewhere. Right, ground floor.
City living, getting you down. Need a bit of fizz to take you higher. Grab
Let's go to Rouge Cobra. Let's see if they've got a phone. They should have. Yep. Phone book. Chin. D. Chin. Adama Tower 101. Yeah. Did we go past a sink clinic? Yes, we did. Let's stop off and get our upgrade. Whilst we're here. Do you want to go on a charm offensive? Or become even taller? I guess. I mean, that must be useful for reaching air vents. Or we could become bleed immune. Yeah, that's too good. Let's get bleed immunity. Very lucky to find such large amounts of sync upgrades early on. So, first floor. We're going to need arrest powers. We need something that we don't have. Gonna have to make a detour. We've got inventory space. Right. We need City Hall, please. City Hall. Aha. Right. Have we picked up a case form yet? No, we haven't. Oh, we've been putting all of our clues on the wrong board. Okay, fine. We're going to need a case resolution form. Where are they keeping those these days? Oh. Much better layout than the last town I was in. And we're going to need some handcuffs. Which are quite expensive. That's a tenth of our wealth. But we're not going to get anywhere otherwise. I will buy a truncheon at some point, but not now. Let's go back to Adama Tower now. And then we have to decide how we want to handle this, which may depend on whether the suspect lives alone or not. So it's 3 picks to get in here. So there are people moving around. So we could talk our way in. That is an option. Or we can break in. We're also hungry, apparently, which is bad for our health recovery. But we've only got an empty coffee mug, so there's no fixing that now. Let's experiment with breaking in. People moving around there. So the question is, how many people? Should have brought 2 sets of handcuffs. Okay, there's just 1 bedroom. That means they're up and about. How many of them are there, I wonder? 2. Yeah, see, this is problematic. It's going to be very difficult to arrest them. To arrest one in this current state. What I normally like to do, if I'm going to do it the rough way, is to get 2 sets of handcuffs. I think we might try and talk our way in. It would be cheaper to get a second set of handcuffs and a truncheon and solve this the old-fashioned way. Okay. Who are you? Can I come and have a look around? I think you do want me to look around. I think you do. Okay, $100 for a guest pass to their house. Could you provide your fingerprints? We don't need them anyway, because we already got them. Luckily she's drunk, so this is perhaps easier than it could have been. Bye for now. So we have a guest pass, so we're now allowed in the house. So at this point, I think we're just going to arrest her. Ah. What would be handy is if she's left the murder weapon lying around anywhere. That would be exceptionally useful. Doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any money either. It's really inconsiderate. Don't need your goddamn charity. Well, that's good, because I wasn't really feeling charitable. So, yeah, I mean, since we're here, we can arrest her at this point. Ooh, splint. And that would be just fine. 633. Okay, we're gonna need the other one. Let's just try her date of birth if we've got it. 1933. Yep. Okay, there's nothing in the safe anyway. Fine. We'll just check the rest of this in case there's anything that might help us with future inquiries, such as money, sync disk upgrades. Also, it would be rather handy if we had a murder weapon. Utility knife. I mean, that is possibly... that is a reasonable candidate. Yeah, I think that's quite possibly our murder weapon. People are very fussy about the lights in their houses. That is a utility knife, but there's no prints on it. So, but we could do with just checking around to see if there's another weapon, I suppose. We'll take that. Uh-huh. Bad poetry. So I think we've learned what we needed to learn. Right, let's make an arrest and finish this case. So... trying to wake people up, I think. Ladies, sorry to interrupt. But you're nicked. Oh no, don't you start. Talking to you, and we're done with you as well. Our arrest has been made. So let's find the actual door. Where is the door to the street? Is this really the street exit? Okay, that's a street exit. Right. This crime is solved. So yeah, I can pin her on here. That's that knife that we found. That's her print at Cunningham House. That's another one. I think those are the essential pieces. We need to know the killer's address. Which we have. Okay. That's the evidence we need. So, full name of the killer is Dayan Chin. I have arrested them. I do have evidence. I can place them at the crime scene thanks to their fingerprint. And because that fingerprint was found on a business card. Yep, that's the one. They live at 101 Adama Tower. And we believe we have the murder weapon. And they have been arrested. En route to Hamden. go see if we're right. Case submitted. Okay, that wasn't the murder weapon, but everything else is right. And that's good enough for this city. Just their name would have sufficed. 1900 credits, so we're now much richer. And we're now social level 3. If we get to level 8, we can retire to the fields. What a glorious life that will be, assuming it doesn't involve Soylent Green, which I strongly suspect it may. And for the moment, this is then quiet, so this case is closed. We're at 201 Lions Terrace, so I'm going to close this case, in fact. Let's close this case as well. So, that has been a little excerpt of Shadows of Doubt. I am really enjoying this game. It is a really unique world. It's very similar to some game ideas I had some time ago. The execution is interesting, there's a lot of depth, there's a lot of freedom. The mechanics are quite simplistic still at this stage, and it is early access. I don't know how much it's going to develop, much beyond the murder-solving experience we have now. But, yeah, really enjoying this. That'll be it from me for now, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Until next time, cheerio.